Alright, welcome to the stream. Just getting everything looking good. Alright. Lighting looks good. We've got our reference, we've got our painting, and we're gonna get going. See how this piece starts to come into life, you know? If you're watching this as a replay, thanks for being here. If you're watching this live, thanks for being here. I just appreciate you being here. What colors do I need? I need Payne's Gray. That's what I need. This one. I'm gonna use acrylics to start. As if anybody follows my videos and asks me questions about my process, you probably know that I like to use a lot of Payne's Gray. This is one of my favorite colors to work with. I use it all the time. It just works so well. I think I'm gonna use a little bit of this stuff too. This is just acrylic flow medium. It's just gonna make the blocking in phase a bit easier. Oh, I should probably have my acrylic brush tank as well. And if anyone has any questions at all about the process or all messages are visible. Cool. Yeah, if anyone has any questions at all about like the process or about how to get started with painting or how I got started with painting or whatever you want to know, please feel free to put it in the chat. That's what these are for. I would much rather be talking to you guys than just kind of talking to myself the whole time, you know? So please feel free to speak up in the chat if you have anything to say at all. Emotional outbursts are okay. Whatever you want. And if anyone is wondering, what I'm doing here is I'm just gonna go in and try and get all of the dark areas painted in. I think this brush might be a bit too soft for what I need. I need something a bit sturdier. This is actually my first time painting on this. So what I did, it's kind of cool. I took a aluminum sheet. It's just a piece of aluminum metal. And I took a flat, like floppy piece of canvas. I got this giant roll of canvas. It's like, what is it? Several yards worth of canvas of just pure unstretched canvas. And I cut it to the size and then wrapped it around a piece of aluminum, which I thought was pretty cool. So this is my first time painting on a piece of canvas stretched around aluminum. I did a piece of canvas stretched around like I did a piece of, what was it? It was a piece of Arches oil paper stretched around a piece of the same type of aluminum, and that was pretty cool. But the paper, yeah, it's paper. It's not what I'm going for, so figured I'd give this a go. I'm just gonna kind of go around Hornet here. So what I want is basic block out of the general values. I'm kind of gonna be painting just kind of scribbly and grayscale here for a while. I'm just using this Payne's Gray. I'm thinning it down with the mixing medium. I'm gonna go around my main shapes, just kind of scrubbing in. I just want pigment on the canvas. Pigments. Mints for pigs. That's what those are, right? Mints for pigs. Who here is a Hollow Knight fan? I have not beaten the game yet. I am ashamed to say that, but I started playing it in like a time in life when things were super crazy, and I didn't have time for anything really. So I played it for like a few minutes. Not a few minutes, I played it for a couple hours, and it was like really fun. I don't remember any reason why I stopped playing it. And, like, the soundtrack is beautiful. Like, that's what this audio playing right now is. Just like so good. I don't remember why I would have stopped. So I've got it downloaded on my Steam Deck again, and I'm like super excited to go and play it again. I just have to, you know, get my paintings worked on. I spend so much more time painting than I ever do playing video games nowadays, which I miss. I miss playing video games, but I'm also like super happy that I'm so productive nowadays. It's kind of like a mixed feelings type of deal, where I'm like, yeah, I'm getting tons of paintings done. I'm knocking out so much art, spending a lot of time in Blender. That's where I'm spending most of my time, is in Blender. But I don't have as much time gaming anymore, which I kind of miss. This brush was definitely the way to go, by the way. Just a nice it's a like 1 inch, 1.5 inch flat brush. Just something like nice and sturdy. It's gonna get the job done. I'm gonna start getting the really dark parts kind of blocked in. Mic check. How's the mic sound? Can you guys hear me all right? Eyeball, kind of locked in. No, my mic's not muted. You guys just don't want to talk, or is not showing me the chats. I don't know. I don't know. Probably can't pull up YouTube on this. That's okay if you guys don't want to talk. I'll just keep talking to myself, I guess. That's what most of my streams are anyway. It's fine. Just get his eyes blocked in. If you guys are wondering why I'm using a big flat brush for this step, it's because I can. Because why not? That's why I like the flat brush. It's so versatile because you can angle it to a corner like this. And you can get all up in there and get like little stuff painted and big stuff painted. Is this the best tool for the job? Maybe not. Maybe not. But that's okay. It's a tool. I'm just kind of looking for the darkest of the dark areas to block in. Once I have these like super dark areas blocked in, I can go back in and kind of hit it with another layer or two. Just gonna be his legs. It's gonna be her shadow. And I'll go back in and start kind of blocking out some of the really heavy dark areas, and then I'll go back over it with a whole wash. And then once we switch to oil, it's going to be even more heavy. It's going to be awesome. Getting this like loose, transparent kind of scrubbing over this whole kind of mid-tone area. Looking pretty cool. Very early stages. We're like, what, 15 minutes into this painting, so no stress at all. Just kind of rubbing some paint around. Feel free to follow along as well. If you're watching this on a replay, if you're watching it with me now, feel free to follow along, paint your own rendition of this scene. I don't care. If you don't like Hollow Knight, but you want to paint something else with me, I've got plenty other videos. I've got lots of other painting videos. I also have like a lot more in-depth, like I'm talking more about each step to take, and I'm telling you exactly which color and which kind of brush and all that. I have those on my Patreon. If anyone would like to give me a follow over there on Patreon, it's in the link in my bio. Let's see, kind of switch to a lighter color. Maybe just start like mixing some of this turquoise with the Payne's gray for the background. Get a nice blue going. And we're getting the color in, but it's not the actual like Payne's gray. It's kind of a mixture of the Payne's gray with the turquoise. Hope you guys can enjoy a little bit of a painting stream today. I know that the world isn't exactly in a happy, excited place this weekend. I've been trying to stay off of social media as much as possible. I've just been kind of getting deep into painting projects and been 3D printing, so I actually 3D printed these guys. This is my render, by the way. I made this in Blender. I made the whole scene completely made in Blender, and then I am using my screenshot from the 3D sculpting and all that as my reference for my painting. So I took that same sculpture, it's like a diorama pretty much, took that diorama and 3D printed it, and it is currently in the cure station. I need to switch it over to the wash, or to the, sorry, it's in the wash station. I need to switch it over to the cure station. All right, we're kind of getting an outline going. Should probably actually get this the right shape. As much paint scrubbed into the grains of the canvas as possible before I switch to oils. It's just gonna make my life a lot easier. Whoa, what is happening here? Whoa, I just started scratching my arm. I didn't even realize. Breaking out in hives. That's fun. Don't know what that's about. Feels so random. And now that's gonna be on YouTube forever. Alright, I'm switching to a smaller brush because I'm getting to the point that the big brush is, it has done its purpose. Now we need to switch to something a bit smaller. Maybe brush, maybe flat brush or something. Maybe this one, just like a slightly smaller flat brush. Just starting to get some of this texture color in here. Not really a texture, but just trying to block out colors. Painted over most of my sketch. That's okay. I knew I was gonna do that. I planned for it. I knew it was coming. I think I need the Prussian blue. That's what maybe a blue purple. Gray purple. Let's try this. This might be nice. Oh, I've never used this color before. Gotta pull the little foil off. You know, for 23 minutes, this doesn't look half bad. Like we're already getting shapes and stuff going on. Mixing some of that blue with the purple just to kind of lighten it up and see what happens. And then we can also mix some Payne's Gray with that and darken it up. See what happens there. Let's see. Goes down. Let's see. This color is actually going to be highlight because I'm going to make everything else dark around it. I'm just trying to generally get the right colors where they're going to be. And then I'll kind of go back in and fix everything. some more of this shadow color in there. This is going to be a fairly dark scene, but it's going to make these highlights stand out really bright where all this white is that I'm leaving here. That's mostly going to stay white. And it's going to make this look really, really bright. It's going to be awesome. Start to get Hornet kind of blocked in where her shadows are going to be. Up here. Up over there. And right there. Actually need a little bit of like magenta, kind of purpley looking pink purple color. What do I have here? Light purple. Let's see how this light purple looks. I also haven't used this one yet. This is a new color I just picked up the other day too. Just trying to expand my pre-mixed acrylic colors a little bit. Because that's going to be reflecting off of her cloak, because her cloak is red. And her sword, her needle-looking sword. Getting light to look correct is just so satisfying. A little bit of this up here too. Just getting this blocking. Just generally somewhat colors that make sense. And then for her cloak, I'm gonna need mostly like a dark, like a Payne's gray, and then the red is just gonna have to kind of like mix into the Payne's gray. I'm wondering how much red it's actually gonna be. It's not gonna be a whole lot. Add a tube of red, yes. So this is gonna be, let's see, just get a little bit of red going. Let's take this purple and the Payne's gray, and then just like a little touch of that red. I'm just mixing my colors on a paper plate down here because it's very easy. Yeah, something like that. That's what we're going for. Use this color and try and start to get the dark areas kind of blocked in. Payne's gray, that purple color, a little bit of that red. And just thin it down with a little bit of water. Just gonna kind of scrub this wash over the top, and then we'll probably add a bit more red into that. This all needs to be darkened too. See, my method here is just trying to pinpoint like the dark areas and leave the light areas behind. And that's going to just allow us to have a lot more control with planning the scene. Once we can kind of see where all those dark areas are and where the light areas are, it's really just making things easier on myself, leaving this to be fun, you know? That's what we're going for. I want it to be fun. Fun and easy. That's how I like it. Alright, some of this work that I'm doing here can be done with oils. So probably don't need to spend quite as much time there as I am. Getting your cloak to be red. Looking pretty cool. Colors are starting to fill in and stay in. It's looking really good. If anyone's just joining in, welcome. Just doing some painting. I'd love to do some Q&A if anyone has anything that they would like to ask. Literally whatever y'all want to ask, go for it. If y'all just want to watch, that is perfectly chill too. Sure, holding her needle weapon. Let's see. Needs to be darker as well. I think I might be ready to switch to oils here pretty quick. Using this really thin down paint to kind of get like a general wash over this stuff. So don't really need any like details down here besides the sword. I'm gonna start blocking out where some of these floaty bugs might be. Just using the blue to start with to kind of scrub in like a general aura, like a glowy aura. And then I'll end up putting like pure white right in the middle. But these will get a nice like glowy effect. It's gonna look super cool. I'll do the same for him. I love that kind of nice glow effect. It's so cool. Giving it kind of like a bloom effect. That looks really cool. I got distracted. I forgot I was painting bugs, and then I went and painted their faces more. We're 45 minutes into the painting. It's already looking pretty cool. It's gonna look so nice once we get the oils on, though. Like, y'all are gonna be mind blown. I'm working on just painting these like little glowy spots around. Trying to get them like similar where I have them in the render. Just because I like the placement that I have them there. I'll blend around. Nice. So a rock here. Also some highlight. Leg. Her arm is done 3D printing. It looks like there's kind of a rock back here a little bit. Just a little bit of a rock back here. Just kind of off in the distance. Not super far in the distance, just a little bit in the distance. All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and switch to oils. Oops. No, I want to put some pure white first. I changed my mind. I want a little bit of pure white before we switch, just so I can get some of those highlights kind of locked in. Need a smaller brush for that. Maybe something like this, like a little round brush. These will be even brighter with the oils, but it's had a really nice effect. Little bugs. Just a couple that are kind of detailed. That dog. There's one more down here. Just like that. Looks pretty good. A little bit on his sword here. Just blending her face out a little bit. I know I said I was switching to acrylics, but then or switching to oils, and then I saw just other things that I could fix right now, you know? And I said, why not? Sculpting his cloak was probably the hardest part about the 3D render. I spent so much time just trying to sculpt his cloak and get it to look right. Like, the majority of my time was just trying to sculpt this. I tried like 4 different methods to sculpt the cloak, and they just kept not working how I wanted them to. I tried so many different ways, and eventually I decided to just like hand sculpt it. I tried using like a curves modifier, and it worked, it just didn't look good. Like my idea for it worked, but I'm not using already oils if you don't wait for acrylics to dry before switching oils. Once you have a problem if some of your acrylic underpainting mixes with your oils? Well, see, the thing is, acrylics dry extremely fast. Like, this stuff that I just put up here just a second ago. Love your art. Thank you, Caroline. So this stuff that I just put up here, remember I just put that on like maybe like 2 minutes ago, maybe? See that? It's already dry. All of this. Even that white that we just put on here, completely dry. That's why I don't worry about like when I switch, is because it's ready to go. It is completely ready. Like by the time I get my oil paints out, because they're gonna take like a minute or two to, put the acrylics away, get the oil paints out, decide which colors I'm using. By the time I do that, yeah, it'll be completely good to go. That's why I don't worry. And some of these steps are just so much easier in acrylics than they are oils. Like just the overall block in, the general block in, what I'm doing right now, just trying to get colors in the right places, is so much easier in acrylics. Because the oils are going to layer on top of each other, not as smooth as the acrylics. Whereas the acrylics, I can just put layer upon layer upon layer upon layer upon layer. Exactly what I'm doing here. You can just kind of layer over and over and over and over and over again. And it dries, and then you can just put another layer on top. But then, once you have those layers down, there's so much more you can do with oils that you can't do with acrylics. And that is why I switch halfway through. Because there are certain things that I'd love to be able to do with this piece that I just wouldn't be able to with the oils, or with just the acrylics. Just wouldn't be able to do it. Trying to find like a looser, moppier brush. Try and get some of these brush strokes out of here. Not necessarily brush strokes, but the lack of paint. Trying to get some of that, it's what we call snowflakes going on. It's when you can see the grain of the canvas kind of showing through. I'm gonna get all of the white part of the canvas kind of blocked away. All right, it's looking pretty good. Down here just a little bit. Just gonna wet the paint down. This soundtrack is so freaking good. It's like the Dark Souls 3 soundtrack. Like sometimes I just put that on when I'm like packaging up Etsy orders or something and I just want some epic lit music to listen to. I'll just put on the Dark Souls 3 soundtrack. I think this one's going on the list. Like I've known that Hollow Knight has a really good soundtrack. I just haven't listened to it in a long time. If anyone wasn't in here earlier, I said it. I haven't actually beaten Hollow Knight, so painting this piece is kind of an excuse for me to just get excited about the game again, because I was really enjoying it when I was playing it. But for some reason, I put it down and I didn't come back, and I keep seeing friends playing it and talking about it, and I'm just like, I miss it, and I wanna try playing it again. I just want to use as much of the acrylics that's on my palette as I can, because whatever I don't use right now, it's gonna dry up. And it'll be wasted. I don't like wasting paint. I'm really liking this painting surface. This is my first time painting with canvas wrapped around aluminum. I made my own canvas for this piece, in that I bought a roll of canvas and I bought a stack of aluminum sheets, and then I wrapped the canvas around the aluminum and I glued it in place. I think that is pretty cool. So usually I just buy canvases from Hobby Lobby or Michael's or wherever I'm closest to, whatever's most convenient. Use some more like light streaks like that. It's like the light is kind of like bending around characters. It's pretty cool. I'm just trying stuff. I appreciate everybody who's taking their time to just kind of hang out with me today. Even if you're just kind of lurking, I don't care. I'm just glad you're here. So if you're here, you must be enjoying my artwork. So appreciate you, even if you're watching on the replay, if you're here in the live stream. Just thanks for being here. Jump scare. Don't know if I like that rock or not. I have it in my reference that I made, and I'm not sure if I'm vibing with it or not. I just have kind of a simple, more solid light streaks going on. Looks pretty good. Need to actually bring her face in a little bit. Just little tiny changes can affect so much. Just getting that little like in between light. I don't know if I just did that or if that's like a little line in between his eyes. This is looking so good. All right, no more acrylics. No more. I don't care how much are still on my plate. I don't care. No more. It's gonna be so much easier when I switch to oils. Just keep putting it off. And I don't know why. This is called Liquid Original. It's very nice. It thins your oil paints, makes them a little easier to work with, and it speeds up the drying time. Just a little bit. I use it all the time. I like to scoop as much out of the cap as I can because it makes it easier to put it away when I'm done with it. I think that's gonna be enough for this session. All right, oils. Shannon just got this new like turquoise light. I want to try it because it's already a big part of the color scheme that we're already using. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna make a little spot for it down here, I think, by the rest of my blues. My recording camera isn't catching, oh golly, it's not really getting the light as much as I would have wanted it to. Yeah, that's already brighter. But mix a little bit of Naples yellow into that. I'll make this nice, like, bright green. You can kind of brush that in all up here in those, like, really bright areas. Like that. Maybe brighten it up. Change my brightness settings. Give me just a second, guys. I'm sorry. Looks a little bit better. I don't know if I'll even use the footage from this one since I'm already uploading this live stream to YouTube. Might not even use that. It's like, this is not Hollow Knight, that's Baldur's Gate. I mean, I'm not mad, I like Baldur's Gate. A little bit of phthalo blue. My sky blue in here is a question. I know I had some sky blue. I'm not seeing it though. Oh, these brushes aren't happy. Didn't clean them well enough last session, whatever I was doing. Unless it was Shannon. She hates it when I call her out, but she's notorious for ruining paintbrushes. She does it all the time. I'm gonna keep that brush going just because I'll probably end up using that color more anyway. Get my paint thinner out. We got Elder Scrolls in this playlist. Let's go. Here's another game that I would love to spend some more time in. It's the game I've spent the most time in, ever. Of all the games I've ever played, ever. I've spent so much time in Elder Scrolls. Skyrim. Okay, so this is phthalo blue mixed with that turquoise. It's gonna create a nice in between. Using it to make the bloom around these guys for a second. See how much farther this paint goes compared to the acrylics? This is why I like oils. This goes so much farther. See what I mean? I can load up the brush once, and then it just keeps going. It's just so nostalgic, like the Elder Scrolls music is. I just have so many like memories of just sitting there, like not a care in the world, playing Skyrim until 4 a.m. Didn't care about what was happening in life. Just playing a game. I wouldn't change anything. I love my life. It's just like a nostalgic time, you know? I'm just reminiscing back to that. It's kind of nostalgic. Looks like there's just a little bit of canvas grain showing through there. Tunic. I've heard that's a good game too. I haven't played that one either. I've heard Tunic is like, it's a game for Zelda fans who don't want to play Zelda. Mixing up a little bit of this turquoise into this dark color that's got some magenta in it. And it's gonna create this nice like purpley hue to make it kind of glow back here. Remember how much paint I had to use to cover that much surface area before? Oils, they just keep going and then they just blend in with each other. So nice. Just gonna push these up. Blend them into that dark a little bit. Looks nice. lighting looking pretty good. That phthalo blue to separate the light blue and the dark blue. It's very nice. Push some of that up. Bring it up here too. Blue paint on the back of my hand. I almost feel like my phthalo blue isn't quite strong enough. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Like phthalo blue is supposed to be a super strong color. It usually is, but with such a dark painting like I'm doing, it's kind of hard to get that super strong phthalo blue in there. Mixing a bit more of that turquoise in here. So I need some of this in between the light and the dark blue up here. This is looking nice. I think this one is gonna be a banger at Comic-Con. I think y'all are gonna enjoy this one at Comic-Con. A bit more color in her face. Do that down here too. Just get that really dramatic brushstrokey light. I haven't even gotten to the red yet. Here we go. A little better. Do the same for Vessel. Just blend out the dark to the brights a little bit better. Maybe a different brush is needed, I don't know. Just get some of that paint out there while I got it on the brush. My little round brush for some detail work. By the way, if you guys send me a little chat through the YouTube live chat, I'm trying my best to look over and see, but they disappear after a sec, like really fast. So I don't know actually how long they are, but they disappear really fast. So I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anyone. I wish that it stayed there, but it doesn't. Like the chat shows up for just a second and then it goes away really fast. I'm using white mixed with that turquoise, so there's like a little bit of blue coming through. Not a whole lot. So the eye details are looking good. Working on getting these shapes kind of a little just better figured out. Pretty close with most of them. I think I need to actually bring this like horn thing in a little bit. It's a little too big. It's too big. Looks weird. There you go. Looks a bit better. Nice. Nice. Hornet's eye is much smaller than it's supposed to be. Definitely need to fix that. Trying to think where else I can use this like really dark. Right there. Actually, probably need this quite a bit for his cloak. It's just like a Payne's Gray and Phthalo Blue mix. It's not black, it's just very close to black. It's very, very dark. Yeah, sculpting his cloak for the reference was so hard. Trying to get this to look right. Trying to make that in Blender was not easy. Spent so many hours just trying to get the sculpt to look right. I'm trying so many different methods. A little bit of blue in there. Coming up on 2 hours on this painting. Not bad for 2 hours. Not bad at all, I like it. We're at an hour, well actually we're not even 2 hours, we're at 1 hour and 45 minutes of painting. Just trying to break up that edge a little bit. Dope, thank you. Appreciate ya. Trying to figure out what that highlight color is right here. It's pretty close to this like blue white that I mixed up earlier. Yeah, Hornet's looking awesome. Really like how this is turning out. I need to figure out what magic proxy card this should go with. So I've been assigning all of my recent paintings to magic card proxies. I'm working on building up to the point where I have a whole deck. Now I want to paint and never know what to start. What would you like to paint? Do you want to paint landscapes? Do you want to paint portraits? Do you want to paint fan art like I do? What do you like? What's your vibe? Because if I know that, I could give you some ideas, or like I could tell you what I did when I was getting started. Yeah, the shadows are so nice. The shadow, really all painting is, when it comes down to it, it's just putting shadows and highlights in the right colors, in the right places. That's all it is. And once you can figure out how, Lady Gaga, a shadowy Lady Gaga, yeah, find a reference picture on Pinterest that you really like. That's where I would recommend. Find a reference that you like and do whatever you need to do to get paint on the canvas. And if that means tracing the reference, that's okay. If that means just going for it and you have the confidence to just start, shoot, do it. Make it happen. Do whatever you need to do to get your paintbrush on the canvas. You ever done it? Yeah. I started by painting like Skyrim fan art because I like Skyrim. And I I painted a lot of Lord of the Rings fan art too. I still paint Lord of the Rings fan art occasionally, but not as much as I used to. I just have so much Lord of the Rings fan art that it envelops my entire portfolio. And now when people see me, they're like, oh, it's the Lord of the Rings guy. I'm like, that's cool that I am a guy, you know? Like, just for funsies, yeah, do what you gotta do. Yeah, it's like, it's cool that I'm like, you know, a guy. I'm the Lord of the Rings guy, you know? But I also have so many other things that I enjoy painting. Like, I've been wanting to paint a Hollow Knight piece for years, and I just haven't. It's because most of the time, if I'm like doing a bunch of commissions or something, I'm painting Lord of the Rings. I'm like, I love my Lord of the Rings. I also like other stuff. I like lots of other stuff. I want to paint all of it. Leg. I really do want to spend most of my time on the faces, because that's where the eye is going to be drawn. Like when someone first glances at this piece, they're going to look at the faces and then they're going to take in the rest of the scene. So I don't care if the rest of the scene is like super blurry. I want the faces to look really, really good. But that doesn't mean that I should leave her entire robe looking thing unpainted. Because right now it's still just the basic acrylics that I started with. I think mostly Payne's Gray. Payne's Gray and maybe some Scarlet. Maybe some of this like Cad Red or something. I think the Payne's Gray mixed with the Cad Red is gonna be nice. It's gonna make that nice like dark purple that we're seeing in here. Yeah. It's a bit stronger than I want, but I'll be able to tone it back with just more Payne's Gray in between. Also, her cloak is bright, vibrant red, so probably a good thing that I make it a bit more red. I know I'm covering up a lot of the shadows, but that's okay. We'll paint them back in. That is looking so much better. Just getting that layer on there. That is so nice. Okay, now I have to do the highlight. I guess while we're here, I can drop in some more shadows. More dark. Trying to use a lot of phthalo blue for the dark parts in here, so that's going to stand out and make it look really good with the balance of the scene. See what I mean? That just stands out so much better. We'll just toss some of this back here while I'm at it. I want to add more contrast back here anyway. This red is nice because it's gonna make it look like that cloak is kind of emitting some light. Just a little bit. Just ever so slightly. If anybody would like to see the process of me sculpting this, let me know you're interested in that. I have the whole recording on my computer upstairs. I recorded a time lapse of the whole thing. So if that's something you're interested in, I might make a video about it. Red's coming through really strong. I think I need this to be more of a dark blue than a dark red. It looks so nice. Love that. Just how like the sword looks like it's just coming out of his cloak a little bit. Push some of these back. Get a little bit of contrast in there. Makes the brights look a little bit brighter. Just by adding more dark. Just by kind of crunching that bright part in. It's gonna make it look a lot more interesting. Still haven't touched this area over here. Don't like that. I'm gonna find my hot pink. I have a hot pink oil paint, and it is perfect for what I'm wanting to do. So I want this like kind of glowy effect that I got going here. I can do it with the red and the white. It's just, it looks so good in oils. Yes. it is Fluorescent Pink. I love this color. It's just so bright. It does usually need to be mixed with like a white or something. Let's see how it looks on here. Yeah, that looks so good. Just makes it so bright. Mix that pink with a little bit of Naples yellow. And we have a very bright, bright pink. Oh yeah. That's gonna make that glow that I want. And then I mix it out and it gets that kind of purpley looking vibe. If I can get this really bright pink for the highlights, and then I have that dark red slash purple for the shadows, I just need a little bit of like that primary crimson just in here, and it's gonna make like a really bright red effect. It's gonna look so nice. I need to kind of set the groundwork first. Bit of backlight going on there. That looks nice. It's not in my reference, but I like it. It's a really nice, like, soft glow effect. See, shadows don't always have to be shadows. Sometimes they can just be a darker version of the color that we're wanting. Nervous to put this primary red in there. I've been putting it off for a while. Just want that like really bright, glowy red effect. Just right in between like the shadows and the highlights. That's nice. That's really bright. I want to kill all my nice highlights, so. I just love this fluorescent pink color. It's so fun to work with. Love that like soft glow. It's so nice. This is such a satisfying painting. Remember, style is just painting things wrong in a consistent way that looks cool. That's all that style is. Trying to get a little bit of brush stroke action going on in this cape. Trying to get some like light over there, but make it be a little bit glowy. Oh, I know where I can use some more pink. Need a little bit of pink off the side of his face here. So it looks like the red is kind of reflecting off of his face from the cloak. It's kind of cool. Wonder how many Hornet cosplays we're gonna see once Silksong comes out. I feel like Hornet and Vessel are gonna be popular cosplays soon. I feel like that's gonna be something we'll be seeing quite a bit of. It's way too strong, but I'll use this as kind of a base to bounce off of. That actually looks kind of nice. It's like an over-exaggerated version of what I was going for, but I don't know, kind of dig it. It's kind of nice. Pretty exaggerated from what I was trying to get, like I said, but I think we can work with it. Take a little bit of mid-tone. Kind of push it back. A bit of highlight to bring it back in. A little bit of Naples yellow gives it some warmth. Still feel like it's a bit too, it's like too drastic of a transition. bit on the inside of his eye here. Trying to get these eyes the right details. Trying to get that bloom effect around these little glowy insects, these little bugs. Just by adding some light blue around them, and then I'll add some dark blue around those. And then we'll put like pure white right in the middle. See, putting that pure white in the middle just makes it glow so bright. Love it. There's some little bug friends. A little bit more blending on her face. think we're almost there on the faces. I think the faces are looking pretty close to what I would like to end up with. Still a little bit of work, but I think they're getting there. Still needs to be some more contrast up in Hornet. A little bit more. That definitely helped. Looks good. Like that. Trying to make like a dark pink color to make this spear more visible. Spear, needle, whatever it is. A bit more lighter gray to give it some dimension. Some backlight. There we go. A little bit of a metallic effect. What else? I could use this color. Need those eyes to be super dark. That looks good. What is this music? Okay. It's like, this sounds very Nintendo. It's not. It's Stardew Valley. I was getting scared there for a second. I was like, is Nintendo about to just come after me and shut down my entire life for playing some of their music during a stream? They do that. Yeah, it's gonna make her face stand out a little better. Yeah, that half in, half out of light effect is so powerful. Can I see her back leg? I can. Almost forgot to paint her back leg. A little bit more red in there. I might push it back a little bit. I don't know. lose all those nice pinks I got in there earlier. I kind of just painted over them. Okay, I'll put them back. Mixing up a nice bright thick pink so I can get those like brush strokey highlights, kind of like I have over here, put on her. Something like that. There we go. Still keep that nice soft kind of glow effect. There you go. A little bit of a shadow effect coming from him. Looks pretty cool. maybe just some like little spots, little points of highlight out and about. Just to add to more of that like glowy effect. What I kind of want is like a almost grungy effect. Kind of scribble those in a little bit. More brush strokey, grungy looking background. Kind of like that. Just really kind of crunch in that contrasty light. This looks so good. I'm so proud of this one. And for being a just one sitting painting, I'm pretty happy with it. This whole thing took me 3 hours. Building the reference took me much more than that. But still, I only started this render yesterday. Just want more like texture on the canvas, I guess. I'm just going crazy with the texture now, I guess. I might blend that out a little bit, I don't know. Can decide if I should blend it out or if I should leave it all like super brushstrokey like that. Figure if I'm changing the style of everything, I need to have it consistent. These guys are gonna be glowy like that, then they need to have similar brush strokes. A little bit more contrast around his face. Just kind of going back in and putting the detail back in that I scribbled over. highlight I completely forgot to put in there. Added quite a bit too. I think I love it. A little more highlight on him. I'm literally just like grabbing a little bit of the paint from up here. Just like moving it down. It's kind of cool. People ask me all the time, like, "Aaron, how do you know when a painting is finished?" My answer is, it's finished when I look at it and I can't think of anything else to add to it to make it better. That's like the easiest answer, I guess. So anytime I think I'm getting close, I just kind of sit back in my chair, like lean back so that I can get kind of a bird's eye view of the piece. And then I'm like, is there anything I could add? Add or subtract or whatever. Is there anything I could do to this piece to make it just a little better, you know? What can I do? I really like the transitions in her face. I'm not loving the transitions in his yet. I feel like I need like sharper transitions, maybe. Just one, one color to the next. It's not adding up. Trying to put some of this turquoise in between. A little better. Getting very close, I think. I probably could sign it now. I just feel like I could push it a little harder. I don't know. Ooh. A little curtain thing behind me just fell down. I love that pink glow around her. I think that looks so good. I'm getting to the point where I'm just kind of doodling back and forth. Every time I think I'm finished, I see something else that I need to go in and fix. And this is the point where I either decide to spend another several hours on the piece, and if I'm willing to do that, then I need to make that decision, and if I'm not, then I just need to sign it and, you know, call it donezo. I just keep seeing things that I could do differently, you know? And then I'm like, well, I never know till I try it, right? Yeah, that bright white on the sword really makes it stand out. All right, I'm tired. Let's sign this thing. I could probably keep going on it. I'm tired, and I have other projects that I need to work on tomorrow. And so if I tell myself, no, I can keep going, then I'll end up spending another lot of time on it tomorrow. And I have other projects I need to work on tomorrow. So this will be the finished piece. So even though there are more things I could probably add to it, it looks freaking amazing. Here we go. All right. If you guys enjoyed this, please drop a comment, like the video, subscribe if you're not already. If you're watching, I'm guessing you are. I don't have the most insane post reach on YouTube, but I am grateful for the people I do have here, and at least people here who watch are probably watching. I've tried streaming on every other platform ever. I really like YouTube and Twitch. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, it's just people swiping through for the most part. I know a few of you guys probably stick around and have seen my streams before, but it seems like the majority of the people that find me on, you know, the main social medias they're just kind of, and so there's usually numbers on the stream, but it's usually not no one's talking, so. Or if they do, they just say something and then they dip out really fast. But appreciate those of you who stick around and have watched the whole thing. This is really loud. Appreciate you guys a lot. I hope you learned something. I still have a rash. I hope it's not poison ivy. I really hate poison ivy. Poison ivy is the worst and it spreads like crazy on me. Anyway, enough of that. I hope you guys have a good night. I hope you enjoyed this stream. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye.